welcome everybody to the Onward VRML map pool tournament. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's, and if you're joining me here today, you're tuning in to Kai versus Entity, duking it out. We got an interesting map pool for today. Just kicking it off with a completely fresh map to the I would say competitive scene, USS Quest. It'll be interesting to see how that ends up shaken out. Already the environment of the map pretty unique in comparison to some other maps. Map 2 is going to be Downfall, and 3 Suburbia. I am going to give the go-ahead to both teams that they can fire it up whenever they are ready, because they are in lobby ready to go. And while we do have a bit of a breath here before the start of the series, I do want to give a shout out to the All Valley Charity Tournament that's going on, held by the Kai team. They've been doing a great job of promoting it on socials. The VRML has been promoting it. We'll be casting some games here on this channel from that tournament. And already for charity, it's raised $2,500. So the goal was $1,000, and already well over it before we've even gotten to the games and the cast. And so if you don't already know about it, and maybe you want to register your team, I think there's still time. But I'd recommend checking it out. Maybe we can get somebody to link it in chat if there's anyone around that knows what I'm talking about. But it has been promoted on socials. It's been promoted on the Discord, so you can get the info for it somewhere, I can assure you. But either way, shout out to them for organizing that and getting everything sorted out. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting to obviously have a charity event through the medium of Onward. And you know, if we can help raise money from casting, then that's awesome. That's exactly what I want to do. So really looking forward to that. I think that is April 3rd. So not too far off, just a few weeks away from kicking off, and you might be too late to register your team. I actually don't know, but I don't know, so you should check it out anyway if you haven't and you want to get in on that. Tons of teams, 25 teams I think signed up for it, so certainly going to be interesting in terms of how it all gets run down and how we go through the whole group of players. But looking forward to it. Should be some good games to be had there for sure. Taking a quick gander at chat, make sure everything's looking good. We are looking solid. Everything's running at full force. Make sure the teams know. A cool 1 minute. So we should be getting in here. Yes, there we are. As I catch up a minute late on my messages, we dive into round 1.
Which is long. Watch for the long angles. There's a bunch of them.
Call out coming from sits there to watch for the long angles. Some early shots coming in here on those long angles. We'll get our lasers up here to really help identify what lines of sight these guys are holding. But instantly gun Rama here pushing up pretty quick. On the opposite end of things, we have that suppressive fire coming in from Bass Slapaphonic. Maybe looking for some action. Getting pretty close to the nade hitting him there. He's not going to get tagged by that. Bass is going to drop off the suppressive fire. We're going to have to watch the rest of this squad rotate up here on this left side.
There's a guy in your left, far left.
Okay.
Team, you're going to see him.
Oh, a good nade comes out. Engage. Can't get back far enough, can he? Yes, he does. He does jack just in time. Etch able to tuck in another good nade. Etch still alive from the frags.
They're coming in. They're coming in.
Gonzo trying to apply the pressure here. Good shots from Semper. Engage also up over the shoulder there.
Do it.
Nade coming in on Gonzo's location. Oh, the flash goes off the edge, so Gonzo not going to get caught out by that. Couple more nades coming in. That's a good flash there. That nade also going to catch him out. That Slapperman's going to catch Fitz on a rotation, and This defense getting picked up a little bit here. Valor tucking back into the crates to avoid shots from Etch. The 3-2 split doing wonders. Gonzo getting confirmed there. Engage, swings wide. Valor finds a nice pick. Gunrama coming in for reinforcements. Shots up over the shoulder. Don't do much, but right pick does manage to get around Etch. Our Semper here finds one kill. Gunrama next up on the other corner. Semper's there. Etch finds the shots around the shoulder, and a chaotic. Oops. We didn't save a replay to play one, did we? We got it. No, we didn't. Shoot. I hit the wrong button, folks. I almost got that replay. But we're going to try to get more replays in these casts. That's going to be a focus for me. But either way, apologies for that. Incorrect replay coming up there. But a great round win. Entity, or excuse me, Kai really just charging in. Powering through there to get that first round W. Love to see it. And actually really good utility use too, you know, the flash there, blinding him on the corner, the nade following it up, hitting him with that frag. The shield work is just great. I mean, dodging a couple of nades there coming at him down that alleyway. Certainly a solid round one here out of Kai, but see how they defend. If you're a fan of VR esports and the VRML, I recommend you hit the follow button, but also check out some other channels that may be live this very moment. Echo Arena _ VRML, and I think there's games going on channels 1, 2, and 3. Your choice of action. Or also obviously be a venue showcase this weekend as well for both EU and NA on the Saturday and Sunday. So if you like hanging out in Oculus venues, recommend checking it out. It's going to be something that Onward will likely be presented on when Season 11 rolls around. It's a really cool spot to check out games. It's easy to download, free. I do recommend venues. If there's games you like watching on there and you can get your friends together, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Got you baited on that round 2 start, but I didn't go in because I knew better. Looks like we are getting now into round 2.
Do it.
Yeah,
Do
go
it.
ahead.
Alright.
And base, you're by that door, right? You're by the door?
Yep.
Copy, okay. I'm gonna be by the staircase thing.
Okay, if I go down, I'm gonna pull back a little bit to, like...
And I love these newer maps because you get to hear more of a strategy discussion. And a lot of the maps, the teams are just familiar with their positioning and where to go. Here we do see a discussion coming in as Rypick going down. Ooh, and a great nade toss comes in. Etch gets caught out by Gunrama. Long range toss. Bass nearly gets caught out too, but he ducks around the corner to get the res and avoid the nade. Let's see if I got that one. Sure did.
I'm looking lane 3.
We'll have to keep track of the defense, but also preserve this offensive push. Etch and Valor trading on the east. Rypick just pushing straight up the middle, no fear. Does have some angles out here. No one peeking this lane, though. Bass here holding Gonzo. Bit of a weak defense, though. Three-man push coming up. If they time it proper, they may be able to surprise base, but... Or Bass, excuse me, not base. But Bass has this angle here. Trade comes in. Engaged here. Rypick tries to go pad out. He goes down. Gunrama in the meantime swinging around on Phonic, and Phonic finds his kill. Lone survivor Engage gets Kai the W. They managed to scrape away with another one. Take a look at that nade toss again. I mean, this is a long-range toss, and this defensive position definitely risky to be in. Because you have this nade, and then immediately after, as Bass rotates in, that other nade's coming in. You can see on that replay at the tail end there, that other nade just trailing in. Nearly catches Bass out as he swings to get the res, but risky, obviously, to be on OBJ, and some great nades to be tossed right into that pit. That's not a, you know, that kind of long-range toss. Not easy to hit, to say the least, but Kai looking good. Etch had to reset the stats, didn't want those to be displayed clearly on stream, but you can see him right here to my right. It's my right, your right also. Yeah. We're on the same page. Let's see, I'm gonna have to try and keep track of the other esports broadcasts going on. Oh, can't do that. Can't keep track or else you'll lose me. I'm gonna try and keep track of the other esports broadcasts going on so we can be try and be aware of when they end and we end up getting a bit of a raid from them. I want to be a little bit more on it since we run that delay. But like I said, I think they have multiple streams going right now. Either way, we have rounds here in front of us. Diving back into it, round number 3. KD feed. Already shots coming out as Valor tries to catch some action here on the edge of this boat. Is it okay to call an aircraft carrier a boat? It is a boat, right? Cruiser. A bit of a long-range nade tossed out. Detonates in the center. No purchase there. The rest of this Kai offense playing it pretty passive out the gate. Maybe the uncertainty on the map playing a bit of a factor, but they've done good so far. 2 solid round W's. Just expecting some aggressive pushes from Entity that are not coming in quite yet. Gonzo and Semper may be fighting soon here. It does swing. Spots Semper there, crouching. Semper's going to tuck back in. Shots coming in from Rypick in the center. Valor also taking some action in the middle, but the push coming in here. Engage goes down. Phonic looking for the refrag. Shots coming in from the opposite end. A good nade comes out, up and over. Great confirm nade if it is for anything, but Phonic's still alive here and tucked in. Valor can rotate all the way up here on the Phonic's flank. Phonic seems to be aware of this now. Pushes him up and over, gets the kill, drops down to the edge, almost flies off the map. That's a great line of sight here. Onto Fitz, onto this whole defense if they're not careful.
Two down, 1 left on objective.
Gonzo right on the corner, pushing it out. Phonic swings, gets the kill. Objective exposed. Rypick trying to swing back here, trying to pick up Phonic. Phonic going for the final kill and finds it. See how many of those kills we caught. Just the final one, but a great bit of a run there from the likes of Jeez, that was something else. Phonic 6-2 now on the scoreline, but a good run, gets the kill on the edge, drops down, finds another. Kai definitely earning these round wins because at times it looks like Entity is going to take control. They have advantages often enough, but jeez, Kai looking clean here, looking good. Very curious to see how they do on our other maps for today. Again, are going to be Downfall and Suburbia, so we're going to kick it to a bit more range after this, although there is some pretty long range angles on this map. Does seem to be pretty tight on these pushes in particular, so see how Downfall goes, and then obviously Suburbia to round it off, so we'll be going back to the close quarters at the end of the day. So but a good performance from Entity too. You know, like I said, they've come out of the start of these rounds looking good, and then Kai just enacting their plan to engage and taking control often enough. Back into it, round 4. See how this Kai squad defends.
I'm gonna play white lane.
I'm gonna play.
They're gonna be aggressive on this one. They're gonna try to go for the cap, dude. Just wait for them. Just wipe them out.
Yeah, Phonic's right.
They're gonna be fucking eager to just try to kill. So just sit back.
Phonic holding that edge angle. We saw some early shots ring out from here. Let's see, maybe a potential challenge from Fitz.
I think.
Edge holding the middle, goes down. Phonic finds Fitz on the long angle. 1-for-1 trade. Made up and over. A nice toss into the center. No one's there. Gonna have to keep eyes on the other end of this map. Engage's position. Certainly going to be important. Gonzo pushing up here. Maybe running into Phonic soon enough. Putting out some suppressive fire at the very least towards the end. Valor swinging in though. Gets the trade. That's gonna be that's gonna be positive Entity because he can swing in here and get the res. Oh, as I say that, base from the backside. The Bass Slappa finds himself the confirm and another kill, denying that res opportunity. A lot of suppression coming into Phonic. Gonzo fully flashed here. Phonic tries to pop up, tries to find the kill, gets it there just as the flash starts to wear off. Question is, will he be ready for Gun Rama? And actually, he may be able to flank Gun Rama here. And sneaking past, if anything. And actually, there may be a cap opportunity here if Phonic doesn't rotate back. Gun seems to be wary because Phonic did let a shot off. Didn't see him there. Is able to push up to objective, has the pad out. He's in objective crate here. Gun may be able to swing this back and get 2. He has all the time in the world. No one's going to check this. There it is. He sneaks through the defensive lines. Entity bouncing back with a cap. And just like that, this USS Quest round certainly turning a little bit interesting. And the action was so hype, I forgot again to do replays, so apologies there. Nothing to take a gander at here but my beautiful mug. And this scoreline, because it is a good one. I'm pretty sure it's a music base. Is that how you spell? Yeah, you know. Ugh. You think I have I think I have bad math skills. My spelling a whole lot better. I feel like Bass Slap is a little bit funnier though. Bass Slapper certainly makes a bit more sense because you're slapping the bass. TM, but sure.
Your arm was through it. Field. I'm gonna get to midfield.
That's fantastic. Can you fit through there? You saw a shield?
I don't know. No, I thought I was getting to midfield, mother. Jesus
Dude, all I heard was
Christ.
Eeld. I heard Eeld.
Okay.
Wow. Ground reset.
A bit of a false start there. We got pushed out. Does look like they had a drop there on Kai's end at the start of the round, so they'll be reconnecting, and once they do, we can get back into the round. It does give us a moment to take a look at the KDs, especially Phonic. 8 and 2. Found some more kills there in that last round, on top of his good push out. But I don't know. We'll see if we can keep piling on here. Entity managing to get a little momentum swing. Gunrama with that cap certainly getting that team back into it. Kind of an interesting observation, obviously. The setting of the map. Oh, we get, again, some connection issues. This is our map. Well, like I said, one of the more creative custom map environments. Obviously, if you're a player, this all looks very scaled down, and it's a very cool idea for a map location at the very least. I don't know how you explain this lore-wise. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids incident, maybe, but a very cool map design. I think we had another disconnect on the start of that last round. Maybe now we'll be okay. I think I have their full squad, and we should be able to kick off this round 5 for real this time.
It's gonna be a required map for every match for season 11.
Sand.
Aggressive fire coming out, engaged, pushing up early. Rypick does spot him out of the corner of his eye. Just barely, they almost passed each other. Hatch looking for the repack over the corner. Rypick finds that kill as well. Now, after getting 2, Rise feeling confident. They continue to push up here, looking for that base. Finds Semper instead, misses the shot. Semper now wary of that position. Rypick swinging out here. Semper with the good prediction, but still the trade, and Rypick coming out on top. 3 kills for the price of 1 down. See if the res comes out. If so, base may be able to pick that up. Maybe able to use that body for bait. Have to observe the strategy there, as well as Phonic. He's been a big shooter. We can get over there. That's 1 base, picks up another over the edge. Gonzo Gets the retaliatory kill, and now it's up to these two. Gun and Gonzo holding the backside of this objective, going at base slap. A rye pick getting confirmed there, so no res possible either, and no comms coming in. I think I'm going to call him Bass Slappa. I envision him to be a fisher enthusiast, a bass enthusiast. Bass going to push up here on the right side. Gunrama holding the angle, holding the right angle. As I say that, he ducks away. Base swings wide. It rotates between Bass and Base. I can't tell. Gonzo. Not really any idea of the location here of Slappa, though. Like the rotation, though. Gets the shots off, instantly drops back and swings to the other side. Gonzo completely lost on his location now and has the concern, you know, it has to cover all these different angles. Maybe he's holding off and playing it slow on the left. Maybe he's swinging over here and he's going to push up on the right. He's over here pillaging his teammate's dead corpse for resources, trying to get that nade, and he's going to try and toss it up. Is it going to actually get the distance? No. It's just a bit. Oh! Almost runs into the nade on the corner. That almost won the round. Base drops off to the edge, and Gonzo not aware of this rotation, of this possibility. Shots come in, and Gonzo can't find Bass on the edge. The shots landing for Bass, and an excellent comeback from him. As we end the round, take a look at the KD 4-0 when he reconnected. So they definitely needed him around for this round, and a solid performance to snag them map number 1 in, well, I wouldn't say commanding fashion, but they did it strong. It was certainly a solid performance from them to get them that W. All those round wins were very, I don't know, it was pretty close. It was a good, like I said, I'm looking forward to Downfall. I want to see how both these teams approach Downfall, how they play the long game, if you will, how they play that range. That's what interests me. I'm gonna have to connect here, if you can give me a brief moment. Like I said, Downfall and then Suburbia as the capper of the map pool for this week. Again, I'm just trying to follow all of the other VRML action that's live this afternoon. Entity starting on defense last round. This time seems that they'll be kicking it off on Marsoc. So Kai with a solid round W there on USS Quest, get a, well, I don't know if people would consider it an advantage anymore, honestly. I've seen a lot of successful Marsoc attacks on Downfall, so I don't know what to expect here. That's why it's an exciting round and why I was looking forward to it in this pool of maps. Downfall of all maps, usually not something you look forward to, but it's fun when you watch it at the high levels to see how these teams approach and attack the objectives. And there's some new objectives on Downfall, and then we're going to start with one of those. Give the teams the go-ahead. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The newer objectives here are the edge of the downed helicopter. And I do believe smokes are enabled in this map pool tournament, so over the course of Season 10, a lot of teams developed strategies that I think honestly worked better than smoking objectives to sort of stealth their way through and up to objectives and get very close without the need of smokes. But Downfall is certainly, if smokes are available, it's a different map than if they're not. So curious, and I'm sure we'll see some smokes get thrown here. We did see some come out defense and offensively on that USS Quest round, so if you weren't paying close attention, smokes are obviously available and are getting used. Both squads in lobby ready to go, so we should be diving into round one soon. Shout out to everyone that is tuning in. Do appreciate you. See some new faces in there. If you are new, I do recommend following the channel. This is obviously a space where a lot of VRML gets cast, and not just by me. It's a team of casters that bring the action to you. There's also some community casters that have been casting some of these games for the map pool tournament, so maybe also follow the Onward category if you're just a fan of watching Onward. Do recommend also checking out the Discord for the Onward VRML if you, again, want to get into playing this game competitively. And all that info should be just below if you scroll down in the info section. Also, I recommend subscribing to the YouTube. That's also down there in the info section. That's going to be picking up. I'm going to try and get some team interviews over there. Maybe some highlights of matches. More content. That isn't just games getting uploaded to that channel. So, again, if you're just a fan of Onward, I recommend checking that out because that's where you're going to see the best clips that you can see in Onward. And that's the fact. Okay, not sure what the actual holdup is here, but I suppose I can give you something to look at. Not me, the scoreline, jeez. That cap coming in was certainly nice. Get some good replays here so far, but need to get more. Want to be able to have a nice highlight reel at the end of the day here. Does look like both teams finally are ready. So we are going to be getting into this objective in the middle of the map, on the edge of the down to Blackhawk. And Kai will be kicking it off on defense.
Usually we spawn a little closer up, right?
Semper able to cross, relatively undetected. Phonic able to push up, undetected. They have one, like Valor, positioned way up on the, or gun, excuse me. Positioned up in that hill, but also Valor and team pushing up here through the valley. Early shots coming out here. The first 45 seconds, and Rypix found a kill for Entity.
Which one? We're at Butcher?
One's middle, one's objective building.
One is killed on helicopter. I killed one on helicopter. You know how many objective buildings are, you fucking fuzz?
There's a lot of objective buildings. Who are you shooting at? I'm gonna push up. Fuck.
Gonzo is going to push up. Etch could be a threat here if they decide to peek. Gonzo actually going to get up into the 2-story, try and be a threat here to Engage, who is getting suppressed by that LMG up on the hill. Otherwise, no one else quite vulnerable here from the positioning of Gonzo. Engage actually finding Rypic, trying to go for an aggressive cross up through the mid.
Hotel. One down.
Engage is nicely tucked in here, gonna make it hard for even suppressive fire to do much.
They're taking pot shots at me. Do we know where it's coming from?
That was Fitz way over in the north end. Gonzo still on the left. Valor pushed up out of ravine here. Gunrama also, you can see in the distance, pushing up through the center. Gotta be careful if you're Valor. Has already lost one here from the likes of Engage. Does look like has tucked himself even further into this corner. Now actually looking out this window up into the north. Doesn't catch Fitz. Yes, does ID him.
There's one running to North Hotel. North Hotel. Be on the lookout. He made it.
He's got himself a little bit of an optic there, so he should be able to have some decent sight line from this range up into that hill, far roof. Very well could find ourselves in a sniper battle here. The laser just dancing around the window. Both of them are so tucked in. I think there's actually a palm tree just denying their vision of each other. Emperor finds himself a kill up in the hill. In the meanwhile, the rest of the offense team here, Gonzo and now Valor, the final two of Entity.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. You think I'm thinking maybe I'll go try to take it. Other than I'll get shots from the other side.
What I do like hearing is the comms from both teams. Definitely a solid bit of back and forth. I did. Bess, throwing out that link. So did Danik. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Is it bass slapper or bass slapper? Fill me in. Are you a fishing advocate or a music advocate? Or both? Maybe you like to slap the bass while you're slapping the bass. It's like finding Valor trying to push up the middle. Gonzo trying to get up in here. Etch most likely going to be the one that's going to find the shots onto him. Yes, in the corner. Etch does miss. Gonzo's still alive, pushing up onto Etch. Etch trying to reload. Gonzo finds the kill, and now he can take control of the center and get up onto this roof. 52 seconds left. Fitz trying to push up to the objective. So finds another. It's a 2v2. 42 seconds left. Semper vulnerable. Somehow finds the kill onto Fitz, though. And now with 30 seconds left, all these two have to do is tuck in because Gonzo has to push forward. Out of ammo.
Oh. That's annoying.
Considers swapping. Does have another clip left, so loads it in and continues his push forward up onto the corner. Semper has swung out from his defensive angle and gets the kill. Kai continue to play pretty dang good here in this series. Hold on to the round and snag a W. Almost pretty good coordination, you know, like they almost had the sync they needed, and if Semper just had gone down on that south side, it would have been a great push coming in from the likes of Entity. They certainly managed to salvage that. Was looking a little bit one-sided, but kills coming in there from Gonzo and Rypick finding a few, and or one, excuse me, and keeping it close, but ultimately Kai with that round W. But yeah, there is some good info there in chat for you about the charity tournament if you want to get involved. Which you do. Again, trying to follow along with all the action. It does look like pretty hype game going on Echo Arena, VRML. Also a match on 2 as well. So 2 games going there. We got Onward here. All kinds of action for you to get your hands wet with. I don't know what you're getting your hands wet with, but esports sauce maybe? Try and give you some esports sauce here as we get back into the action. Round 2 coming at you. Different spawns. I think is supposed to happen.
Good one, I'm down by
Gunrama
that was just
trades and is then confirmed.
You resable if I come to the bottom there?
Excuse me, Gunrama finds that confirmed, so Valor the one trading there.
Shit. I don't see anybody right now.
You ready?
Pops out, get the res. Entity. Up early, 5-4. See how long it lasts. Rest of the offense working their way up through the south. See the likes of Dazzler here looking out the window. Impressive fire coming in from Phonic. Well, he nearly catches himself some bullets to the head. Dyslexic does get the kill off of Phonic, drawing the attention. So a nice job there from Phonic to draw out that shooter and ties things up here now. Kai, 4-4.
Just popping shots. I didn't see anybody.
Try and keep track of the action as it spreads. Dyslexic and Etch
The left side, we're looking south.
have control of south, and wonder if they're going to start pushing up here. Another kill. Rypick getting a little antsy on his defensive positioning and trying to rotate down into that street.
Cover me, I'm pushing into lower dumpster.
And yeah, after those kills, they're feeling confident. Suppressive fire up over his shoulder as Dazzler pushes down into this 2-story. Another kill. Phonic finding Gunrama. Once again, Dazzler pushes up and begins to hunt. Fitz ready for it. Finds shots through the window. It's down to these two defenders, Fitz and Valor Magnus.
One just ran White House.
Valor, bit of a dangerous spot to be rotating about here. Potsetch on the corner, though. The rotation pays off. Down he goes.
One's White House, one's coming around objective from north side.
Valor's going to continue to push, waiting to see if... Tagged up on the hill. Phonic. Certainly catching a lot of kills for the team, but... See if he can round off this this one. Engage does finally get that shot off from that far high White House on the hill in the south. And now Fitz alone with 2.5 left decides to work back towards OBJ and tuck in, just putting out some suppressive fire onto some different positions. Not really sure where they're going to push in from, and that's the danger of being the lone defender. Phonic swings in. Fitz tries to find the shots. He does. Phonic misses up over the head, and Fitz able to find the snapshot. Can he save this round for Entity? Engage pushing up here. Risky, but does go unnoticed. And at 30, so has all the time in the world to work with. It's right here at the wall, though. Definitely going to make it tough to cap. But again, he's just not aware of this rotation coming in from Engage. I wonder if Engage can work into that house and cap. Oh no, he can't. This is not the... Yeah, it's the objective, excuse me, is not here at the wall. Where Fitz is defending, it's over at the helicopter tail. Either way, both of them pushing this wall and Engage. Not going to find Fitz. Fitz hears these footsteps, rotates around, Engage after holding. This is what they angle for so long. Drops off, and Entity managed to put one up on the board here, and Downfall keep things close and tie it up. Take a look again at that swing from Fitz. Somehow manages to duck those shots and find the kill. Quite an impressive play there to get them ultimately that round, as he finds another kill there to wrap it up, but keeping things close here on Downfall. I have confirmation it's Jeez. You know, it's base Slappa. Do appreciate that confirmation. Good to know. And again, thank you for that info. I was shouting out the tournament organized by you guys earlier at the start of the stream, and obviously there with those links throughout the stream, but yeah, really excited for that. April 3rd. Already a ton raised for charity, which is just fantastic. So, off to a good start, to say the least. Looking forward to casting some of those games and trying to get some folks to hit that donation link. You can do it right now if you want. All that info again over at that All Valley website that was linked earlier, and will be linked again, most likely upon me saying this. Going back to a familiar objective. Defensively wise, not a whole lot different than where they were sitting, but see how it goes as we hop into round 3 here on Downfall. Everyone tucked into their defensive positions, and Gun and Gonzo looking for any sort of early rotation out of that defense, but everyone's pretty tucked in, so may come down to this entity push. Obviously, Gun here looking for some shots in the window.
There's nothing apparent in fucking brothel.
I'm gonna
Have to
push
keep
up, I think,
track
to red truck.
of how those two work their way up, but the rest of this offense has shifted up to this far south swing. You can see Valor and Rypick both working their way up into the tower. But they're also sending one way up into the hills. Fitz looking for some sniper shots here up over the edge with the silencer as well, so really looking to stay hidden and try and find some picks. And I think he's watching that tower window, looking to see if anyone's going to peek up out of there. One of the, I wouldn't say newer, but I suppose on this map, newer defensive spots to go to. Again, we got to watch this push up here. Gonzo and Gun, they've bounded up now here to the next building, closer to objective. Suppressive fire down on to Phonic.
He's not on the objective side. Up.
Phonic is holding the Gonzo Gun angle up in the north. And if they do push up, Dyslexic is going to be on this bottom floor to catch them rotating around the corner, so seems that they have a decent control of the two-man push here. The question is, are they going to be ready for that sniper up on the hilltop? Fitz. Rypick also coming in through the middle. Could be interesting. I have those two invested way back in the corner, though, to hold angles onto the objective, and Phonic here actually preventing a push up through the center.
On the other side of it, behind it.
And Dazzler does hear these, or should hear these footsteps, calls it out. Now Gonzo aware of that position, though.
Yeah.
Gonzo's guessing he's on the second floor here, not really aware that Dazzler is bottom floor. Still checking, though. Has to be cautious of that. Doesn't hold the angle. Dazzler with a tight shot there gets the confirm, and down goes one. Entity off to a not so great start. 2 minutes left. Suppressive fire from Gunrama onto engage. Fitz finds Etch with an interesting angle. Sniped him from the hilltops, actually. That's why you didn't hear any of the fire. It was just a silent sniper shot coming in. Rypick finds another. He's managed to push up here through the center. That earlier center position that we were watching has come to fruition. He's managed to work his way through this defense. Dazzler finds Valor as well, and a minute 30, Rypick has an angle. Gonna have to get rid of Semper, though. Should be a bit of a challenge on that corner. He's tucked in, waiting for a kill angle, an exposed rotation from Rypick, and Pad comes out. Rypick not going to be ready for Semper's defense here. Also not quite ready for Dazzler, but Gun does answer there, finds the kill off of that rotation, and tucks himself back in. Etch is res, so there's 3 alive, and Fitz has to find some sniper shots here. He wants to be of assistance to Gun.
Yeah, he's still second floor, fucking brothel. Second floor brothel.
38 seconds left. Tries to take some shots at that. Hits the sand there, that ledge. Not an issue. Finds the shots through. Semper swings around, though. Gets the shot, gets the confirm kill, and now with Fitz so far away, he's not going to be able to run down to this objective or find these final 2 kills. So Kai going to lock in round 1 on a round timer win. Take a look at the KDs here. Let their victory screen. And Dazzler really performing here. 6 and 2. Is Semper also getting some key kills. Potentially saving the cap. Kai, though, looking good so far in the series. Certainly capable of taking it here on this downfall map. Should be playing out that third map as well, which again is going to be Suburbia, so something to look forward to, I suppose. These rounds proving to be very downfall. Very downfall-esque, slow-paced, methodical, trying to find long-range picks. It's what downfall is. Oh, what I am again surprised to see or not see is very many smokes. Not a lot of smokes getting thrown here. I think the M203 smoke is even an option, and so if they had that available, they could have, you know, launched a smoke at the enemy in that what they were calling brothel location, those 2 that were tucked in the far back side of objective. But teams definitely just not practiced with those utility items, and that's why you just don't even see them get utilized. You'd rather go with a grenade or something they're comfortable with. Round 4 underway, and see how the entity defense shakes up. I think if I had to be a guessing man, Rypik's going to go for an aggressive rotation here. Does manage to push up, but he's a little too late to the party. That's already rotated out of that defensive, or out of their spawn, and it is an aggressive forward spot that could catch out shorter rotations, but this is a long swing. Look at that overhead. I gotta wonder if Kai are thinking
I'm gonna get into White House.
of a cap here as well.
Suppress, I guess Heli 2 story.
They've been playing good. Got capped on early, and there's that early defensive spot from Rypik paying off as Phonic tries to swing.
White room, White House, White House,
Also IDs that rotation up into that White House, so good bit of info conveyed here to the team.
There's one second floor heli 2 story.
Wow. Wow, Dazzler finds a long-range shot from the south.
Don't know if I got him.
There's the down one in that two-story. He doesn't get the full kill, but down them.
Two-story might be North Brothel, maybe.
And Rypick has eyes on Etch, but isn't really looking onto this hilltop.
Where are those shots?
Dazzler seems to be safe for now from Rye's peering eye. As I say that, Rye lasers in there, does spot Dazzler.
That made him mad. That made him angry.
Engage in fits. Get themselves into a firefight, and now there's two down over here in the north. The question is, what do they do? Do you invest Gonzo and Valor into a rotation? You have Rypick defending you. Semper has to drop off, so they can rotate.
One in South Brothel. Definite. I saw him in the door.
The reses are coming in. Semper not going to get an angle onto Rye just yet. Another res comes out, and it's just like that. Entity back into the game with advantage. 5-3 if they can't get the res off. Which they can't, because he's down over in that north end, and the rest of the team's here in the south getting suppressed by the likes of Gonzo. 2:12 on the clock. 2:06, sorry. 2:04, sorry. The time is going to be an element here. Dazzler and team gonna have to push out of their positions here in this south ravine. Etch able to get out of there. They take the right angles, should be able to push up into the two-story as well. Problem is, Rypick hasn't been dealt with yet. And this forward position from Rye has been really quite fruitful. Several kills coming in here from him. Keeping this entity team in it. Semper, aware of the position, though, is trying to rotate towards it.
South Brothel's gone.
Oh, and Rypick with a great read. Catches Semper through the window.
Pushing up along Western Road, lower dumpster. Western
Dazzler
Road.
trying to get up, but all the info there. Everyone up alive on objective. A very solid performance for them in this round. Keep things close here, 2-2. Love to see it. Taking a look at some replays here, and well, past action, but a huge rotation there to get those two reses, scoop them up, and really a solid back and forth here in this series. USS Quest proven to be a little bit quick. Downfall definitely teams taking the full time in these rounds because it takes some time to get across this map, but also because we're not really seeing any smokes or any denial of vision, so nothing too aggressive in terms of pushes coming here either. And we will be going to Suburbia for that final map, like I've been saying, so things should get tighter and a little bit more faster paced, if that's more of your style. But I do like seeing the good reses coming in, the good back and forth. Entity definitely doing well to bounce back there from what could have been a very rough defensive round and ultimately, you know, get it into their favor. See how they do on offense as we shift objectives and Entity go on the attack.
Run. Yeah, I'll come with you. Get out of the road, though.
Who pushed the lower dumpster?
Somebody pushed the lower dumpster.
Shots coming in from Gonzo. Should ID their spawn a little bit.
What's that?
But they do have control of this middle building. Etch actually could have been picked there by the likes of Gun.
1 second floor upper. There is 1 second floor upper.
He also spotted Semper.
Don't push it. Don't fucking push it, mate.
And this is standard high-level downfall. Lots of suppressive fire coming in. Engage. Gets one. Gonzo putting rounds into the windows. Everyone here pumping rounds out. Phonic not able to peek.
Don't play that window too exposed.
Heavy layer of suppression. Gunrama does get one in that 2-story. Engage trying to find that refrag.
Center Hotel from the south.
Can't quite catch that angle that Gun was shooting him from. Temper also looking.
Alright, we're 4 up. Nope.
Did you hear my call out about the guy that ran to the south side of Center Hotel?
There's there in that bottom window on the corner. And it just doesn't look like they can ID each other. The range too great. No one has an optic to make them easy to spot.
This fucking piece of shit game, man. I swear to God.
Either way, Gonzo is pushing up. As long as he stays quiet, he could work through this defense. Valor coming in, maybe not at the ideal time. Should give us some ideas. Phonic swings and finds Gonzo. Valor is actually pushing forward here. Dazzler is going to go for the res. It opens up an opportunity for Valor to push forward here onto objective. Pads out. Entity looking to get the cap, and he can. No one is checking this. He's threaded the needle. Phonic has dropped off of holding his angle and doing his job. Gonna get it? Valor finally punching in the code. Phonic now peeking the window, realizes it. Entity take map 2 and give us a best of 3. That's gonna round out onto Suburbia. Ooh. What a treat. Two huge caps from this Entity team, both of them under a full defense of Kai, so maybe a note for Kai to take down. They really just got to keep a little bit tighter eye on that OBJ when they're set up on defense, because there are some gaps in coverage that have been exposed a little bit by the likes of Entity here today, and it is what will take us to that map 3 on Suburbia. If you can give me a brief moment, I will get us into that action. We can get right into that close quarters back and forth. That is going to be pretty interesting to watch because so far this matchup has been a great bit of a back and forth. Again, appreciate you all tuning in, hanging out, and give the teams the go-ahead so we can get right into this next map. It is the series decider, and I'm sure both of these squads are ready to go. I do wonder if Kai or Entity are going to be subbing anyone in here. I think Base was out there on Downfall, but after a win, you would think you'd stick with the roster that got you the dub, unless, of course, you know, Suburbia definitely a situational map for some players. Some players excel on this close quarters, and others just struggle a little bit on the tighter turns, and so if that's the case, maybe, I mean, again, hey, it worked for them in that last round, having that availability to, that flexibility, if you will, in your team to swap out players per map certainly can be valuable. Kai, though, getting a little bit of the run for their money in this series. Certainly been a fun one to tune into. Some good sneak caps, some good shots, some good swings. Suburbia should deliver on that front as well. We have to wait for teams to get all set up in lobby. So I'll keep you here on the scoreboard for now as we patiently wait. Take a gander at, again, some of the other action around the pond. I want to be aware, just in case, we have some Echo Arena visitors from some of their games. A lot of great matches over there in the Echo Arena VRML channel, cast by a great squad. I've jumped into a couple of casts as well, and we also, again, do that venues cast. So if you like venues, certainly is a fun thing to do. It's what I look forward to on the weekends, to be able to sit down and watch some Echo Arena in a big theater with some other folks and sort of celebrate esports. We're just waiting on a 5th for Entity. I don't think I see roster changes just yet, but we'll see Rob coming in here for Kai. I think that's a sub. Unless I really haven't been paying attention. I believe that's a sub. Full roster in now. Is looking like the same for Entity. But I don't think they're going to go for a sub. Sticking with that roster that got them the dub on Downfall. It could work for them or against them, considering how different of a map Suburbia is. But both teams should be ready soon enough. I think we can avoid going to an intermission for now and just chill here looking at scores. Suppose we could run. No, we can't because I have... Can't. Take a look at the last replay I had. Well, as I say that, the round gets close to starting. Yes, the good swing there from Fitz on Downfall. A solid kill. But I bought enough time for us to get into real action. No more looking at replays as round number 3. Excuse me, map 3 begins, round 1.
I'm gonna stay spawn house. I'm gonna go center then. If we don't have anybody going center.
Already, Semper
Down.
finding one over the roof of red car. A very tight angle into that
One
2-story.
down, one down. I can't double tap him, so I'm not sure if he'll stay down.
I have to keep track of the rest of the action across the field.
Side of the house. That helps.
John's up putting some rounds through the shrubs, hoping to hit anybody standing up in the middle. Engage swinging here to APC. Got someone who we thought was an enemy, but it's actually the rotation of the satellite. So he sees moving and shoots at it, but it's not an enemy, it's just the objective. Still in the middle. Dazzler rotating over to carport potentially. Rob taking up position there. Gonzo dropping down off stairs. Tries to get the shots on the Dazzler on the back of the pool, but can't. Gunrama standing up looking for some action as well. Engage is there to find the shots. Now Magnus trying to get his hands into the action, but doesn't find any shots onto Rob. Fitz still alive, tucked in. Semper may find him.
Two center house, two center house.
Ballard finds another. Tries to drop back, gets tagged in the back. Fitz here on the corner. Rob finds him, and Kai come away with a solid Suburbia round 1. Good bounce back after losing that cap and the map. Gets them an early bit of a lead. Love to see it, the Series 3 decider. Trying to keep track of the other action again going on as well, so we can be sure to be ready for that. Does look like a good game going on over there too, so both communities enjoying some quality esports on Friday night. I believe it's Friday. I had to check myself there. Been looking to the weekend, that's for sure, and here it is, delivering with some good action. Try and get some more replays here for you in this round, because there is some good kills coming through. Looking forward to that season 3 kickoff, or season 11 kickoff as well. Don't know when it's coming, but very much excited to cast games. Obviously, that's what I'm all about. I love casting me some Onward. I love casting me some VR esports. I'm getting into everything as we get back into Onward round 2.
Beware a rush. I don't know if they're gonna. I doubt they'll do it, but let's just not get blitzed here. The push. What, outside the store?
Anywhere you want.
7775. There's no 44, dude.
Nothing on.
They're in center house. Here, John.
Bit of a slow play coming in here from Entity. A lot on the line. Obviously, the series here as Engage finds Rye Pick, cuts it down to 4 for Entity. Oh, Gonzo getting a team kill. That's no good either. Keep an eye on this push because he may find Rob or Engage. Semper also has an eye here over into this side. Gonzo keeps it close to the corner though and does avoid Semper's line of sight for now. Rob has a nice 2-story, Engage just beneath him. They've got good coverage on objective. Semper's gonna find that kill. Gunrama, in the meanwhile, has pushed up nicely. Gets a good nade toss out. Semper has to swing around and avoid that. If that was timed, Semper would be completely exposed to that APC angle now. Just a bit out of sync as Gun now tries his work, his way up here. Dazzler getting the kill over in Pool. Gun the sole survivor. And Semper getting up here on a push. Gun not necessarily ready for that. Semper gets a little bit quick and Rob finds the shots up over the top from the 2-story. And a bit of a chaotic finale there. Kai do take 2. Well, 1, but their lead now up 2-0. Getting a little bit risky if you're in the likes of Entity, because Kai have not shown any caps quite yet in this series, but are certainly capable of punching in these codes and getting up to objectives. So very interested to see if we do get some kind of cap attempt here from Kai. Take a look at where this objective is. It is going to be a new objective location as well. So I don't know, maybe an opportunity of it will be available here. Also, while we're here hanging out, I do recommend you go get involved in the Twitter social media sphere if you want to get more information on Onward, the teams. If you want to follow me, you can at the NightFiree on Twitter with 2 E's. You can also follow the Kai team. I believe it's at Cobra Kai 2 on Twitter. I don't know if the Entity team has a Twitter, but a lot of these teams have been forming team Twitters. Some teams have been getting sponsorships It's just really great to see these squads go out and sort of start to franchise a little bit within the VRML and use it as a platform to grow a team that can compete in maybe not just 1 or 2 games. We've been seeing some teams create VRML teams for all of the games that are available, but either way, we're into the action here for round 3. The push coming in from Kai, hot and fast. Semper finds Gonzo, Fitz may try and get the res. Engage swings and finds Fitz, so 2 down quick. Engage available to get rezzed. Gets picked up, 2 confirmed. And Dazzler is pushing up to objective. Pads out, Cap's coming in. He punches in the code in no time. And Kai take a quick 4 points out from underneath the likes of Entity. Really a different team there when we got to the close quarters, and a great push to get them the cap. Exactly what I expected on a bit of a fresher map like this. You know, or a close quarters map, excuse me, like this, especially with that 2-0 lead. Just a good push to get them that cap. In a very fast cap, again, incredibly quick from Kai. Solid last round and a great way to round out the series. That'll be it for us here at the desk, and for me here at the desk. Shout out to me for running the cams and the production as well. We'll see you all this weekend, most likely, with some Onward games. And if not, next week, I'll be doing at least 1 or 2 games of Onward every week. So, like I've been saying, follow here. Go follow on Twitter. Go follow Onward VRML on Twitter. Do everything. I'm signing off. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to all the sponsors. And again, follow that YouTube, Onward_VR, or Onward VRML on YouTube. Content soon, TM.